Again, the first speaker is Regina Edwargia. You are allowed 3 minutes to speak. Please state your name and address for the record. Your comment seems to be investigated by
I'm Regina Imbergia, and I live at 5423 Goodwin Avenue in Dallas, that's the 14th district. And I'm glad to be here today to talk to you, Mayor Rawlings. I'm here today to tell you I do not want you to use my tax dollars to pay to put fluoride in the water. There is no good reason to add fluoride, but a plethora of reasons why not. If you do not know these reasons, you should. I encourage each and every one of you to look into the dangers of fluoride. I think you'll be amazed. Dr. Paul Connet, PhD, created a fluoridealert.com. He has been researching the subject for 14 years, and he has clearly written 50 reasons to oppose fluoridation. Adding fluoride to the water supply violates the individual's right to consent. If a doctor fails to disclose all the effects of a medicine or attempts to hide information, he can lose his license. By putting fluoride in the water, you are pushing this medicine on everyone without consent, thus allowing you to do to everyone what a doctor can do to no one. Fluoride is not a nutrient. You will never find a disease due to the lack of fluoride. Not one process in the body needs fluoride. This defines a nutrient. There is an epidemic of hypothyroidism in America. In the 30s, 40s, and 50s, fluoride tablets were used to lower thyroid levels. Fluoride collects in the body and causes serious damage. You can only control the concentration, and I am sure you pay people to carefully monitor this concentration. But you cannot control the dose, because you cannot control the amount people drink. Fluoridation cannot be compared to chlorination. Chlorination treats the water. Fluoridation treats people. Fluoridation is not an attempt to make the water supply safe. It is simply using the water supply to deliver a medication. College Station is one of the places in Texas that has halted the use of fluoride. Their population is 100,000 and has been determined that they are saving $40,000. You would truly be heroes if you halted the use of fluoride in Dallas, making Dallas an even more desirable place to live and saving
should give you pause and make you go, really to anything that you're putting in your mouth. So I'm not going to go over the data. I would like to know, I've never been to city council meeting, and I admire that you guys can sit through this all day long once a week. I couldn't do it. So would you raise your hand so we can know who is opposed to fluoride? If anybody is, or do you not raise your hands? You don't do that? Okay. Well, okay, that's good to know. How can I find out? Is there, because I've tried to call, and I've gotten lots of information. University Park and Highland Park does not fluoridate their water. They do not administer fluoride. I can get help over the phone at Austin, but not here. So if anybody could afterwards tell me where I'm going, it's greatly appreciated.
Right over there, and he'll give you how we get that information. Thank you.
Your next speaker is Tracy Tucker. Tracy Tucker.
That was her.
John Parks.
Mayor, if I could say something?
Mrs. Gracie.
John Parks.
Mayor?
Yes.
I just wanted to tell you that we've heard you and your colleagues, and we have asked our water utilities head to respond. And so it isn't that we're not paying attention, we're paying attention. We've asked her to respond to your concerns and the concerns we've heard from others, and she did. So, I mean, you can see a copy of the memo if you would like. I'm sure that Mr.
So
Torres.
he's going to enforce it. Thank you. Ms. Parks.
Mayor.
Mrs. Grace.
Thank you, Mayor. I was also going to say, I believe the next time the council takes this issue up, the current contract was through January 2015. So the next time the council takes this up will probably be fourth quarter 2014. So your comments on the level, we're currently taking the fluoridation contract through January 2015 and have a program set through them. So this issue will probably not come up to council for debate until fourth quarter 2014.
Thank you. Ms. Parks.
Mayor Owens, City Council, thank you for having us. I was going to allow you with the statistics of how much you're paying for fluoridation of the water here in the Dallas area. I didn't have time to find that out, but I'm getting back to you and letting you know that you're paying too much. It's not just how much money that you're paying to put the fluoride in the water, it's the costs associated with it. If you go to fluoridealert.org, there's a wealth of information. I have this printed out. I'll be leaving this as an addendum for y'all to consult if you wish. We have listed here a listing of the communities in Europe and in the United States that do not have fluoride in the water, and a partial listing of communities that have removed fluoride from the water. Right here is research, scientific research, is a listing of some of the scientific research papers as to why fluoride increases the probability of bone fractures. Real human beings, usually the elderly, you know, this how oftentimes whenever they fall and they fracture their hip, usually in a few months, they usually never make a solid recovery, and they usually end up dying as over a few months later. Fluoride increases bone fractures in real human beings and elderly. Certainly, you know some elderly that might be at risk for this. Here's another one about tooth decay and how when the assertion was made that when they started fluoridating water, tooth decay decreased. But it was showing that it was a correlational study, not a causational study, that the correlation was that the tooth decay was already decreasing. Fertility rates, testosterone levels in men. I know you maybe know young couples who are trying to conceive, or men who are losing their testosterone. Fluoride decreases testosterone and lowers sperm count in men. Thyroid function. Research is talking about how thyroid function is impaired when fluoride displaces the iodine, which causes the TSH and the T3 and the T4 hormones to be increased in the body. We have a large packet here on how fluoride increases intelligence. All the people with the health problems is usually reported. Most of you have probably drink bottled water because intuitively you know that the fluoride in the water is decreased in the water, or is eliminated in the water, there would be a lot fewer behavioral problems, health problems, and learning problems. And so schools, the criminal justice system, and the medical system that is paid for by taxpayers would save a lot of money. Thank you. We put this into your notes.
Thank you. The speaker is
How do I
Michelle,
give this to them?
not present. Albert Nevitar. The Nevitar is followed by Monty Matthews.
My name is Albert Navicar. I reside at 15889 Preston Road, Dallas, Texas, 75230. I wonder why, as a developed country in the world, the United States allow fluoride and water to be in our water. One of the things that never been mentioned here before, you need to know that when you go to the bathroom and you try to take a shower, when you take a shower, when you breathe that fluoride through your nose, it's hazardous to your health. Then your skin is your largest organ, and it's absorbed the water. Then we have Colgate and all the toothpaste. They put the fluoride in their toothpaste, and they are being very kind to us, telling us, do not swallow the fluoride. But the gum is the most sensitive part of our body, and will absorb it as you brush your teeth. Okay? Now, I'll make one story short because I don't think anybody here at the City Council will do anything about it, but just in case. The fluoride causes muscle disorder, thyroid disease, arthritis, bone fracture when you get a little bit older, getting there, and lower chloride function, bone cancer, inactivate 62 enzymes, and inhibit more than 100 intestine formation of antibodies, genetic damage, and cell death, increase tumor and cancer, rape, and disturb immune system, damage sperm, and increase infertility. Now, I end up this way. I hope one day you'll be able to do something about it. I don't know who said that the fluoride is good, and we have to believe that the fluoride is good for us. If the scientists, doctors on a global level telling us that it's not good, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to drink it or just pass it to the citizens of the city? I appreciate any comment from you. Thank you.
The next speaker is Monty Matthews. Not present. Hank Black. And I will allow the speakers, your comments need to be addressed via Rawlings, please.
Well, I can't usually hear myself. Well, I guess I came to the right place. I was here when we were talking about fracking. You said health of our citizens is a number one concern. So some people are not talking about money and this and that. This is the health of a lot of people. The reason we have fluoride in the city now is because certain experts have said that it's fine, it's actually good for us. There's new information now I want to bring to light. It might not be the most wise or safe thing to keep it going right now. Since Obamacare is becoming the law, we have all the children getting free topical application of fluoride. So even if you believe fluoride is okay, there's no rationale for drinking it. It's like drinking suntan oil. It's not good for you. Now I'm going to read a quote from the number one promoter of fluoride, the Center for Disease Control. I believe the city gets a grant. They get money from the federal Center for Disease Control to put fluoride everywhere. Even they write this. What's the FDA? Okay. That gets right here. Well, here's one from the FDA. Keep out of, this is a quote, keep out of reach of children under 6 years of age. This is for toothpaste. If you are accidentally swallow more than used for brushing, seek professional help for contact the poison control center immediately. And that's if you swallow it, that's the best than if you drink a lot of fluoride. So there's something really big about this issue. It's funny, it's a difficult issue because it's just so horrible if we're really doing this. I'm not going to get too much into the science. There are scientists from both sides, really quite highly credentialed. But what I will say is I will quote the promoters of fluoride in saying things that are really kind of going against it. The stated health rationale is that even if you believe in it, it's only if you apply it topically. So this Obamacare thing, putting it topically on the children for free, takes away the rationale that we have to drink it, even if you believe that. I don't like the idea of medicating without consent. I heard the Constitution come up a lot in the beginning when we were talking about rights of people to frack. Well, we have a right not to be illegally medicated. So the National Center for Disease Control, here's what they wrote, the top fluoride promoter. They have warned recently against health risks for children of less than 8 years of age. That's a lot of people. They list the increased risk of skeletal bone fractures when they grow up, as well as an ironic condition known as dental fluorosis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your next speaker, Eve Ellsbury, Jessica Winters, Ozoma Luntz, William Hopkins, Martha Mitchell Hall. And Eve Ellsbury.
Eve Ellsbury, 5126 Alpine, Dallas, Texas. Today we're here to raise awareness to the many reasons that we feel that fluoride should be taken out of the water, and out of Dallas City water. The number one reason why fluoride should be removed from Dallas water is because fluoride is not only a contaminant, but it is a drug. Fluoride is a drug. The FDA has defined fluoride as a drug on their website. You can go to the FDA.org, and you can see it labeled as a drug. Fluoridation is a form of mass medication, and it's a form of medical treatment against our consent. Many cities across the U.S. have rejected the practice of fluoridating water based on their citizens' consensus that the public water supply is not the appropriate place to disperse drugs. Everyone's really concerned about drugs and drug addiction. Fluoride is a drug. The insertion of this drug, defined by the FDA as fluoride, into the Dallas water supply is unacceptable, and the worst part is that it's being done without our consent. Your children are being fluorinated and poisoned and drugged with this contaminant. And so therefore, we are asking you to take notice of what's going on to our water supply in the city of Dallas, and to seriously consider renewing your contract with your suppliers of fluoride. Thank you.
Thank you.
I won't, there's a lot of stuff covered, so I'll just try to read the stuff that wasn't covered. First off, to end it, like, fluoridations, it's outdated. We need more than that, we need mass in the water. It was first used in Germany in 1925 in the concentration camps. They found that they put the prisoners dockside on the lion. Over 130, since 2010, 134 communities have rejected this. Austin has just recently put in the first fluoride-free water system, or water fountain. The bone disease that it causes, it is ineffective, and the same thing with the Obamacare. If the start off to do it was to prevent, or for the dental, we aren't going to need for it anymore. And then I find it weird that the comment is that we all know and we all see these facts and we all know that it's bad, and then a rebuttal to it is that you have a contract to next year. So my concern is that you know this stuff is bad, allow it to continue to be in the water because there's a contract or because we get funding for it? What do you tell people? That's all.